Insiders.
Good morning on this Sunday, and welcome to a special one-hour Indiana Insiders. We'll be joined by Republican U.S. Senate candidate Mike Braun and Democrat incumbent Senator Democrat Joe Donnelly. At the end of our hour of discussion, we'll have a regular group of insiders will join us to kind of discuss what the two candidates have told us. But with that, let's turn our attention to Senator Joe Donnelly. Welcome this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me with you today.
Good to see you, and thank you for making time for this. Let me ask you something. I've always obviously followed campaigns for years, enjoy following campaigns, as odd as that may seem from time to time. But these commercials that we've seen, I usually think that campaigns will lift people up. Are you happy with the tone of these ads?
Well, I've been the most bipartisan senator in the United States for the last 6 years. I've been the one who people have worked together with to get things done. And so I had hoped that the tenor would be very, very positive. They started attacking me over a year ago. And I have an obligation to defend myself and my efforts, because this is about saving health care. This is about making sure we protect Social Security and Medicare. Mike Braun has said that he supports health care. But the actual reality of it is his company has a $10,000 deductible for insurance before you can get your first aspirin. At the same time, he paid himself $18 million a year and put over $10 million of his own money into the campaign. He has a $10,000 deductible for his workers. And what I've done, I was the final vote that helped save health care. Helped make sure that you could get coverage if you had asthma, that you could get an inhaler. And so what I've tried to talk about is my record, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
You know, I get out and talk to people. I heard this earlier in the campaign more than I'm hearing it now, to be truthful. But I've had people come up to me and say, boy, it looks like you've got a Republican running as a Democrat and a Democrat running as a Republican.
I'm running as an American. I'm running as a Hoosier. I voted with the president 62% of the time, because it doesn't matter to me who the president is. My job is to represent the people of Indiana, and that's what I've always done. So whether it was President Obama or whether it's President Trump, I work with any president, and this is a fundamental misunderstanding that Representative Braun has of this job. This job is not about supporting this person or that person. It's about working for the people of Indiana. Mike Braun has said, I'm going to Washington to support President Trump. Well, I go to Washington to represent the people of Indiana. I answer only to you, to the people here. And when the president's right, I'll be with him every time. Because when the president succeeds, the whole country succeeds. But when he's not, it's my obligation to tell him a better course.
So Kavanaugh, he wasn't right. You felt like Gorsuch, he was right. The wall, I'm surprised you support him on the wall.
Well, I think it's really important we have a strong and safe border. In 2013, I was with John McCain and with Lindsey Graham on making sure that we could have comprehensive immigration. It didn't pass the House, but it passed the Senate, and it included 20,000 additional border agents. And so I've always been strong on making sure we have a strong, safe, secure border. I voted against sanctuary cities. I voted 3 times for border wall funding. I think it's important that our country be protected.
Let me ask you about, we've talked a little bit before this started about other people who've come into campaign for your opponents. Donald Trump Jr. was in recently, and I just happened to bring this up because I've never heard your direct response to this. He actually just accused you of being a lapdog for Democrat leadership. What do you say to that?
Well, I think it's a fairly pathetic excuse that's used because, look, Chuck Schumer didn't vote for wall funding. I did. Chuck Schumer didn't vote for Neil Gorsuch. I did. Chuck Schumer didn't vote for Gitmo funding. I did. But here's the difference. The errand boy in this race is Mike Braun, because Mitch McConnell has said, I want to take away health care with pre-existing conditions. He says he's going to try again as soon as this election is over. Mike Braun has been asked repeatedly, will you make sure you protect our pre-existing conditions? And he actually supports a lawsuit that would take it away. Mitch McConnell has said he's going after Social Security and Medicare, because they put in a big tax cut that created a huge deficit. And Mike Braun has said, well, we have to take a look at that. So the candidate who will protect Social Security and Medicare is me. The candidate who's been independent, because I work for Hoosiers, is me. That's the truth of the matter.
Now, school safety has become a big issue. 17 students and teachers slaughtered at Parkland. And then obviously we had a tragedy of our own here, May 25th in Noblesville. What will you do to try to keep children and teachers safe?
Well, I went to Noblesville that afternoon, and I saw the parents and the police officers who are protecting our kids. And I've said repeatedly, I support the Second Amendment, but with rights also come responsibilities. And so something as simple as expanded background checks. The way it is now, you could have somebody who gets out of the Pendleton prison in the morning and can go to one of our fairgrounds in the afternoon, lay down cash, and get a gun. That's completely wrong. What we have is a system where we have background checks at regular stores that sell guns. But so much of this, like the internet, like these fairgrounds, there's no regulations at all. 90% of Hoosiers think we should have regulations there the same as at these stores. I do too. Mike Braun is against that. We have a system where I took a vote to make sure that if you're on the terrorist watch list, think of that, if you're on the terrorist watch list and you're not allowed to fly on a plane, then you shouldn't be able to get a gun. I supported that. Mike Braun is against that. So with rights come responsibilities. My goal, my effort is to make sure our children can go to school safe, be at school safe, and come home safe.
Another thing that's affecting our families is opioid and drug abuse. What can you do about that?
Well, we just, earlier this week on Wednesday, the President signed some of my legislative proposals for opioid efforts to make sure we could end this scourge. Actually, it was the 50th legislative proposal I've had passed since I've been senator, the 25th under President Trump. And one of them included making sure that we can have the FDA have early approval of non-addictive painkillers. And amazingly enough, Eli Lilly, right here, our hometown team, looks like they're on the verge of being able to develop a non-addictive painkiller so that it will help with chronic pain, it will help with other pain situations, and there's no addiction at all. That's the beginning of improvement. I've also made sure that we have funds available for treatment and for addiction centers all around the state. And in the Farm Bill, my legislation makes it so that in any of our rural counties, you can, we're working on making sure you can get telemedicine so you can be in Greene County or Sullivan County and connect right to Methodist Hospital in Indy and have the best treatment centers in the world.
All right, we're going to talk more with the Senator about the economy and other issues on this one-hour special edition of Indiana Insiders when we come back.